it's me, Nina, your bookworm, and I wanted to deliver the promised book reviews. So, last time I was on here, I said that I would do the first Kindle Unlimited book that I read, and then I would do the Reese Witherspoon book of the month, that I would drop those videos. But I forgot, like, the book that kind of led me down this journey. So I'm gonna start with that book. That's the first book I'm gonna review. It doesn't necessarily go with either of the things that I picked, the Kindle Unlimited or the Reese Witherspoon or the kids literature, but I think it's a book that kind of, it doesn't really fall into a lot of genres. I mean, I guess self-help, but I don't really see it as that necessarily. And it's a book that I kind of fell upon, which is just kind of how life works. I saw it mentioned in someone's post, and it was the beginning of this year, and I was like, it just kind of vibed with where I was in my life at that moment. So the book is called #futureboards. It's by Sarah Centrella, and it is, well, it says like a step-by-step guide to manifesting your dream life, which, yes, but that can sound a little hippy-dippy to a lot of people, and so I want to rest that assured that it's not. I mean, it is, but it's not. Like, it's kind of a realistic way of just like setting yourself up to reach goals that maybe don't seem realistic where you are right now, but truly are realistic in your life, because it helps you dig deeper to see what you really want. So this book has been such a breath of fresh air. She's not a bad writer. She very much writes in like a conversational tone, so you almost feel like you're just having coffee with a friend when you're reading it. But it's not the writing that necessarily makes it a great book. It's a great book because it allows you to be introspective in a light way that doesn't make you feel heavy or weighed down, or like, you know, I read a couple books about being present in the moment that were just like written at such a level. They were good, but they took so much processing that sometimes I didn't feel like I was smart enough to understand it. And so if you're reading a book that you want to, you know, open new avenues in your life, sometimes you just want it to be something that is easy and that is comfortable and that appeals to that, like that friendly part of life. So this is a book that I would highly recommend. It is essentially how to build a vision board, but she doesn't call them vision boards. She calls them future boards, which, I mean, people are like, well, semantics, whatever. However, the difference of words is huge, at least to me. Vision just seems very abstract, or something that maybe like you hope to see, kind of, whereas future just seems very concrete and very attainable and reachable, which I think is the main part of like manifestation, right? So I will get into my review. So this is Future Book, or #futureboard. It is not like a book that I guess you could read it cover to cover, but if you do that, you're gonna have to go back through, because it's almost like it's a journey. It's work in progress. So get the book. I'm giving it to all that I love for their birthday this year. So sorry if that's a spoiler alert. If I get you a birthday gift, this is probably what you're gonna be getting. If you get the book, also get a journal. This just happens to be the journal that I used, because in the first, like in the chapters, you kind of read a chapter and it kind of gives you step-by-step directions on how to develop what you want your future to look like. But at the end of the chapter, there's always a really great story that kind of motivates, like a real life story. And then also there's homework, and it's not homework that you just can like do really quickly. It's something that you really want to think about and be present for, and dig deep within yourself, and then you journal that. And I think that's going to be, I just think it's probably one of the most monumental parts of the book. If you don't do that, I think that you just really miss the whole thing. So if you're not someone who's going to read, stop, reflect, and do the assignments, then it's not a book for you. It's not a book that's gonna promote like relaxation or necessarily, I mean, it gives you, I guess, an escape from reality because it allows you to think of what your reality could be, but it's not like a fiction book in that way. So she definitely is empowering, she's motivating, she is realistic, and so her voice is just a very comforting voice. It's easy to read, it's easy to understand, it's easy to follow through. I don't want to give like the actual step-by-step guide because I do think you'd be cheating yourself if I just was like, okay, this is what you have to do to make your future board. I just think that going through the book and completing the assignments and really searching within yourself as to what is important to you and what you would like changed in your life, it's the biggest piece of the puzzle. So anyone can go cut pictures out of a magazine or from online and put them on a board and call it their future board or their vision board and look at that every day, and that's great. Like, I don't knock that, but it is missing a key component of this, which I think has really just changed what I've known and what I've done with vision boards in the past. I still am not even finished with this book, and here I am sharing it and recommending it with, 5 stars, 2 thumbs up, and that's because it is a work in progress. So I expect I've looked through things, but I expect some of this to take me months because I'm working to building my future, okay? So I'm not just looking at some make-believe board of like, ooh, this is really cool. And it wasn't, the whole book is like teaching you, it's not just about like, hand me $1 million. Like, no one's gonna turn that down. I get that. But it's like, no, create a life that you think that $1 million would bring you. So it's less about like, those hard figures, because then you're really limiting where you go in life. If you're like, I only want this, even if that's a great thing, that's pretty encompassing and pretty limiting. But if you create your beautiful life and your beautiful future, you work towards that every day, it's more attainable, and there's truly no defining limit, okay? So I have gotten my pictures, and I found a super cute board that I wouldn't mind looking at every day because I think that's important. And during the process, the other great thing is my daughter, who's 5, was kind of seeing me do it and work through my journal and just work the process, and she would have questions, and then she kind of started doing it. She can't like spell out words, but she drew her pictures, and then she also picked out things that she would like to work towards her future board, and they're super attainable, and it just kind of shows how goals truly should be made. And this book just kind of appeals to that like easy side, the side that is innate in all of us. Because if my 5-year-old can do it and she can reach for the stars, like, so can I, and so can you. So I will show you guys, I'm still constructing my future board. I have my pictures, I cut them out, I have the board, I have the cuteness, and now I'm just done, just visually map it out and put it up. Once I have it done, I will show you guys how it turned out, but it is awesome to see those things that were really important to me in the future that I want to, and I will create. And so in reading this book, it really showed me like how important reading and literature is to me, but also how I wanted to find a way to share that and to empower others with their voice, and just kind of share some of those books that maybe don't get shared all the time, and et cetera, et cetera. And that all came about from reading this book. I know it sounds super cheesy, but guys, I was a month into this book when I decided that I needed to kind of look and see where my career was going to take me. And it's something that I've been afraid to really dive into or to, figure out where I was going in life until I read this. Like, it's been like 12 years and feeling like there was something missing, but I never could figure out what it was. And so Sarah's the girl, man. So I think all of you guys should go out and get this book. I will put a link down below to the book and to her website, so you can kind of get an idea of her vibe. And let me know what you think. Let me know if you've read it. Let me know if you have a future board. If you do, you can tag me on Instagram at nina.thebookworm. I just really want to see what you guys are doing with this. If you felt differently, let me know. I'd like to hear your opinion as well. And thank you for following this journey, and please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Have a great day.